Now, earlier in the show, we were talking about Israel's efforts to win over Gen Z. Well, the White House is certainly trying, launching an official account on TikTok with a promo of President Donald Trump. And it seems the U.S. leader's views on the app have changed since back in 2020. Initially, he spoke out about banning TikTok, but then later issued several delays on the ban's enforcement. So the popular video sharing app is operating in the United States without facing any penalties. So let's take a look at the White House's first post on TikTok.
Every day, I wake up determined to deliver a better life for the people all across this nation. I am your voice.
So for more, we welcome Trimmel Gomes, political commentator and owner at Gomes Media in New York. Trimmel, thank you so much. So what do you think? TikTok has around 170 million American users, so we hear. So it makes sense the White House would want to take advantage of that kind of audience. What do you make of this promo from the White House?
The Trump administration is trying everything, and rightly so. TikTok, it's very popular here in America, and lots of users. As you mentioned, 170 million users are on the platform, and every day it is just a place of entertainment, information, so much so that people rely on it for their daily consumption of news. But there are risks, as you mentioned. Even the U.S. government acknowledges that, including passing laws against government apps and official accounts from being used for TikTok. So it's very surprising and contradictory to see the official White House embrace the platform with its own account.
To many indeed. And as you well know, it's a tough crowd out there in the social media space. It seems the White House has already faced some brutal backlash, many memes and jokes mocking the U.S. administration. That's to be expected in the cyber world. It would have been factored in for them.
Exactly. They underestimated the audience in the TikTok universe, if you will. It's like trying to control a teenager. You can try and tell it what to do, but it ultimately will do what it wants to do. And these are young folks on this app, and they can see through the lies. TikTok is built on authenticity. So after seeing the constant back and forth with the administration, and the administration really underplaying and underestimating the audience, thinking that how it's sort of doing them a favor by dangling this TikTok might go away, TikTok might come back kind of deal, and trying to present the president as some sort of savior for TikTok in this move, kids are skeptical.
And part of the concern around that ban at that time was, of course, around security in terms of privacy, in terms of information. How come that isn't a problem right now through the eyes or lens of the White House as we speak?
That is the question. Is it even legal for the White House to have its account? How is this account being platformed? Is it through a government account? No one really knows, but this administration does whatever it wants, and it finds legal ways around it by countersuing and suing, and until it gets what it wants. But as far as the reaction from their first post and subsequent post, it's very mixed reviews, with mostly of people being against what they're doing and calling them out, and really making fun of the post that they're posting. So I think the people who are running the account really need to pay attention to what's happening in the comments, because they're getting fried and sort of being laughed at.
And very briefly, given what you're saying, talk to us your sense in terms of the Democrats. How are they doing in terms of trying to attract younger voters with social media messaging?
Everyone is trying to tap into the young audience, into what is like, they are the focus. They are the top echelon of what people want. There are a lot of people, they mobilize very strongly, but even that should be poked into some questioning, because it's tough to control. And even the Trump administration thinks that a lot of his popularity was through TikTok, and that's what got him to the White House, the young voters. So they're all leaning in and trying to find different ways to appeal to the young demographic. If it's not TikTok, it's Instagram and social media. They're going where the young congregate, and they're trying to do their best to appeal to them. But what we're seeing in the comments with the White House post is that it's landing flat because, as mentioned before, young kids can see through propaganda, if you will. They can see through what's being fake or told to them or what's not true. So they need to lean into being more authentic and hold into their own words. And plus, they're trying to figure out what's going to happen to the platform altogether come September 17th. Is it going to stay around, or is it going to be taken away because of actions of this White House?
We wait and see. And as you say, authenticity is key. Trimmel Gomes, live from New York. As always, appreciate you being with us on The Rundown. Thank you.